Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are definitely set. Okay, so we got our budget drift car that we bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Now, just to let you know, do some research on cars before you buy one. Okay, you get what you pay for, but mind you, not everything out there is complete junk. Am I going to be super competitive with this in its current state? No. Um, it will get fun, and that's the main thing about this is I don't want to get something that could be competitive right off the get-go. And I'll tell you why. It sounds silly. You go, why wouldn't you want the biggest, the best, kind of thing? Well, because when you get to that level, there tends to be a need to perform, and I think that there's just a beauty in just moving around a track in a nice way, doing the best that you can, the best the car can, and having fun. So, yes, we are going to put this together. We got the things we need: a proper servo, a new pinion, and a new spur that's the right size. I guessed well to do what I needed to for this. Oh my God, why am I pulling it? I'm pulling it out of everywhere. I'm pulling hair out of this thing. There's hair all over this. Wound up in it. Alright. We're cleaning that part anyway. So we got our new spur gear. 84 tooth was good. I did load the manual for this. I downloaded it, and in that was a guide. And so I did go, just to let you know, I took the car down to my local track and talked to the owner and another person there. Very nice place, super friendly, just really great people. I feel like I got there and started talking, and it was like being with somebody I've known forever. Just nice, genuine, fun. I stayed longer than I intended because I was having a blast. Really, just having a blast. So, got the parts that we needed. Now, I'm replacing a servo. That other servo was not going to work well. It was probably going to burn out burn out my gyro because they don't talk to each other well. It's very important when you get a drift car that your servo is a specific servo for drifting, right? This is the Yokomo SP 02.0 V2. Okay, here we'll see it in the light. Hopefully you can read it. Pause it. So I can read the specs, but I don't know what it says and what it is. 4.8 6 volts. That's probably the max it can take. Just different things. Anyways, so this is I got this for a couple reasons. It's a low profile, which is what this car needs. I will have to get another piece like this, and this is for the servos to put underneath it to space it correctly. And we'll put our horn on. I think this is the horn that's supposed to go on. I don't know why you put anything else. Anyways, specifically for drift, it is a programmable servo. So while I could have got a budget one that would be, maybe in the $40-50 range, I decided to go with a programmable one and spend the money. Now, I'm spending the money because and I will eventually upgrade from this and go into a different kit. Right now, if I'm picking, it's between Yokomo and Rev 4, Rev 2. Dang, I forgot now. Rev D. Sorry. Ooh, not even a number. It's been a late night. But which one's better? It just depends on what I feel like going into it, right? But this is going to tell me right here. And this one, I'll probably, who knows what I'm going to do. May leave this in, may move these electronics, may move these electronics into the new one so I've got it running, and then as I upgrade those, put the electronics back in, and I got a car. Again, not sure. But these are the three things we need, because this spur is too small for what we're doing. We have no adjustability. So, but I did talk with the owner. We looked at the chart. Like I said, I downloaded the instructions, the build for this. And at the very bottom, they showed different gears and what they would match up to. And so a number was thrown in at me to try to reach a 9.5. Now again, I don't know if that's because of the motor that I have, but the spacing has to be right. So we're in this, and this is going to give me some adjustability. I said I wanted to do the 24 and 20 and 84 to give me some more space, so it'll sit in there and I've got some adjustability, so I can really get my mesh in nice, which is important. Anyways, so that's the big thing. And it would in the 9.5 range. That's where this put us. Needed this. This is pretty much it, and the car is up and running. We did learn. Remember, I was looking at the number here, and we came up with that 17.5 turn motor. Really, and I kind of saw, the numbers. You want to be between a 10.5 and a 13.5 in your turns. And basically, really, you want to be in the 10.5 because this is what I've been told. Again, I'm not a drifter yet, but I'm going to learn. And in that, you get a higher top end so you don't wind out at the top, is what I've been told. Makes perfect sense. So eventually, and like I said, we're going to upgrade. So if I change the motor out to a proper motor, it's just going to change this again, and then we'll have fun retuning it and getting it working. But as I progress, I can take the electronics out of here, put it in the new one, and then I know the basic electronics. Things are kind of programmed, and we go from there. So I got that. Along with that, to race at their track, pretty much anybody's track, any track you go to, you're going to need a specific set of tires. Now, the set of tires that we run at this place are for carpet and the tile. That seems to work the best at our track. So I did end up buying these wheels. The part number is RP 6313W6A. It's 6mm offset, high traction RP drift wheel with non-disc wheel hub. I'm not sure what that means. What I was told is that these are a little more flexible than other rims, and so flexibility is a big thing. Oh, speaking of flexibility, so we'll get these I'm mounting up. We got the foam to put in for the friction, so that's all set. These were under $10. This was $5. So, and these what get replaced. The rims, your wheels don't get replaced. I just wanted to change this up and have this set, which is made for asphalt, the set that is on here. So this is great. I'll be able to run it in my garage, on the rougher concrete, and out in the street, my driveway, and teach myself to drift right here out in that front yard. So along with that, we love to customize. So I did, because it was just inexpensive to get, and I got a couple of radiators. I was going to buy it anyways, and ended up, they have them there, inexpensive, as much as it would be online. So what can you say? If I might paint this some colors, who knows. Let me get my chair over here. Sorry about the squeaky chair. You all know by now it's a squeaky chair. So this will essentially get put on here, and then you'll kind of see it. I don't know if you can see that. Might not have the right. I get the right lighting over there, but I'm not really showing. But you'll see it. It's a silly little thing, but why not? Also got the smaller one. Not enough to. It's its own package. You can put it in the front of that. Intercooler. But yeah, why not, right? Could run it up this way if we really feel we want to. Not sure. Just depends on how I'm going to attach it. It's got these screws that go in. Maybe we screw something in. Then I could zip tie that on. Then it's not permanent. It doesn't do any damage. I'm not gluing it to anything. That's what we'll be doing. I'll be finding some screws to put into here, and then I'm just going to use my small black zip ties and square this whole thing up, put it down where I want it. That's great. Oh, we were talking about flexibility. That's the thing I forgot to talk about. These springs, super stiff. Like the flex that you're seeing there, that's not the spring moving. There is no movement going on. And I got to look at other people's cars, which is super important. Like being able to lay your hands on something that you bought offline and go, oh, this must be right. Now, coming from a on-road racing, yeah, you want it. You want some flexibility, but you want it pretty tight, But you're throwing it in and expecting grip, and so you get tweaks and stuff like that. Well, you do with this too, but you need a much lighter spring. I saw a car that it was so nice, but yeah, I started pushing on it with the springs, and it's just flowing, you know. And while I've got the rear lowered motor, it's going to react different than a vehicle that has the motor up here. When you've got the motor top mounted, it it shifts the chassis, right? It shifts the weight. It rolls. My chassis will not roll. This is going to be interesting. Now, while I was there, one of the people there, really nice guy. I'm not going to say names or anything because who knows? I didn't get permission. But let me drive his car. And let me tell you, I don't know what I expected. You know, I've done some sliding around here and there. I've done some remote, you know, kind of dirt drifting and stuff like that. But the gyros are all new to me, right? So I think of counter steering, right? Like I start sliding it and then I counter steer it. That's what the gyro does. The gyro counter steers it. You drive it like you would a normal car. You're just making small adjustments. You're still doing what I know you do in drifting, which is, you know, feathering your throttle. That's what's steering it, right? You steer with the back end, not really the front end. So you steer the direction you want to go, and then you use the throttle to whip it in and out of how far you want to go. I'm looking forward to learning that fine tune in the throttle. You know, RC crawling, you got to be real gentle with your throttle. You got to, you know, feather it and feel it. It's the same with this, just to higher speeds. But again, you know, I'm happy with my purchase. Would I have done this differently if I didn't want to make content? Right? Like, making content isn't the only thought when I'm buying something, but it does play in to what do I want, what am I willing to do, and everything. And so, you know, if I have the stray hair across me that says, you know, there's these budget kits, and can people really get into drifting with these budget kits? You know, because they're very tempting. You know, I could get into it and save myself some hundreds of dollars. You know, what do you do? Talking tonight with those in the know, really made a big difference in how I see these things. You know, he's got a shop. He could have sold me anything. Well, you're going to need this, and you're going to need that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so, you know, we talked. I said, well, I need these. I can't get it running without these. They're inexpensive enough. I got to have this. Just no two ways about it. So I bought the bigger, better one because, again, I can transfer things over, right? Especially if I'm not running this chassis. That's not to say that, again, that I might not want at some point 2 working chassis, and this might be a fun thing to drift around because it's different. Bring it for a friend, or just bring it for, you know, people at the track to just have some fun with, right? Something a little different. Anyway, yeah, that is what's happened. That is what is going on. Again, I still got to I got to get these blocks so I can install the servo. So I will order that online. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see how long it takes. And yeah, hopefully Amazon's got it and I can get it in a day. But we'll see. Yeah. All right. So go make it. You can do it. Go buy a crazy thing and play around with it. If you do get some of this stuff, the more higher tech it is, like this kind of stuff, you know, I always say build it, because then you know everything about it. You know exactly how everything is, right? I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to basically tear it almost down to nothing, because I'm going to get in and clean all of this, especially since I found hairs in there, and just get it clean. So, all right, that's it. I think I'm rambling more than actually answering questions. This is my ADHD, unfortunately, bopping around right now. But this is what we're doing. I'm excited. Again, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Till then.